What's up, guys? Welcome back to the garage. On today's episode, I want to go over my top 5 favorite interior pieces. I guess you could say interior pieces? Interior mods. Let's go with interior mods. I've done a lot to the interior. I mean, a lot to the interior. But there are some key points that have definitely made the interior stand out the most. So I'm going to pretty much go over my top 5 favorite parts of the interior that I've done. So I didn't pre-rehearse this. I'm just going kind of like off the top of my head. Number 5, I would say, is the steering wheel. So I ended up going with a Momo steering wheel, which was a gift to me from the girlfriend, and the Works Bell quick release. You can see it's cold in here. I have the heater on. It's freezing, and it's still, that thing has been on for about a half hour. Hasn't warmed up anything in here yet. So forgive me for the smoke. So I went with a Works Bell quick release. Why did I go with Works Bell over NRG? Well, NRG is like $100 something. Works Bell is about $400. There's a quality price there. Quality difference in price, I should say. Works Bell is strictly Japanese. Comes straight from Japan. So it takes a little bit of time to get. 2, I know it's going to fit perfectly because it's made for this car. It's not universal, and I have to hope that it's going to work. I have tried NRG in the past. I've had issues with NRG in the past. Not everyone has issues. It might have just been me, so I'm not, I have no issues with NRG. But I wanted to go with something more authentic, and I wanted to go with something that I know is quality built and especially designed for this chassis. So I went with Works Bell, and I'll show you what the box looks like that it comes with. Okay, so I went with the Works Bell quick release hub, and I went with the Works Bell the whole hub adapter. So this is the box that it comes in. Works Bell has the Japanese sticker on it. Okay, the whole back of it is in Japanese. That's how you know it's authentic. And I believe you know it's authentic when it comes with this, because there's a lot of fakes out there, a lot of replicas. I don't have anything in the box to show you. Then I went with, what else did I go with here? The short hub. It's called a Short Boss Honda 223S, in case you guys want to get it. But it comes with everything from my horn to work. Comes with instructions here. I'll show you. Well, this was the Works Bell instructions. I mean, I think everything was in Japanese. Actually, no, it wasn't. It's American. Yeah, look, it comes with instructions on how to install it. That was awesome. And then it comes with a bunch of other things. All this stuff is in Japanese. This is for like SRS things, shit like that. Adapter. Comes with Allen key. So anyways, it came with a bunch of stuff. Even like little rings that you need for the horn. So if you want a quality piece, go with Works Bell. I'm not sponsored by Works Bell, because if I was, best believe I'd know Japanese by now, but I don't. All right, so that's that. Let's put that over here. So that's number 5. What's number 4? Number 4, I'm going to kind of put it all together, is the harness bar and the B-pillar bars. And I'm going to show you guys what that stuff looks like towards the end of the video. So number 4 would be my harness bars. Now I went with Cusco for my B-pillar bars. They come in a Cusco blue. I decided to powder coat them. Shout out to Quick Strip for the powder coat on that. And then I ordered a Beeks bar. Beeks? Beeks. Am I saying that right? Is it Beeks? So I went with a Beeks bar and ended up coming in silver and ended up matching the silver of the powder coat for the Cusco bar. So that was great. I didn't have to re-powder coat that. Did I feel a difference with those? Yes and no. I mean, I feel a little bit more stable. The thing is, I've done so much to this car, like suspension-wise, interior-wise, harness bar-wise, that I can't add anything now and say, wow, I feel the difference. You know, I think when I put in the new suspension, I'm gonna feel a difference because the spring rate is more aggressive. But I can't say I've really felt a huge difference with anything else. So that's number 4. Number 3 would be my center console. So the center console was one of the first things I did to the interior. I loved it. When I got that center console, I ordered it from Japan. That's how I found it, and I had to order the e-brake. So in case you guys are wondering, if you want to go with a Type R center console, you have to get the e-brake. You have to get the Type R e-brake. The stock e-brake will not work unless you decide to grind out that area where the e-brake goes, and then why would you even spend the money on getting a Type R center console? So I went with the Type R center console, and I also used some of the factory A-spec trims to get that all to flow together, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Also, if you decide to go with a Type R center console, the back pieces that connect to the dashboard area, you have to swap those 2 pieces out. I'm trying to see if I have one of those pieces here. Yes. Okay, so this is actually a Type R piece. So the back 2 pieces, it kind of sits like, so let's say you're facing the, all right, so let's put it this way. I'm facing the dashboard. These pieces go in the back. There's 2 of them. You have to swap these 2 and use your factory ones off of your regular center console. You can't use the Type R ones. They won't click. They won't fit because the dashboard's turned a little bit. This piece is flat on the center console, so that they bolt right up no problem. But yes, you need to use your factory trims. So that's number 3. Number 2 would be, that's a tough one. Number 2 would definitely be the harnesses. So I love the harnesses in my car. Why did I go with Crow Enterprise? So I went with Crow Enterprise because I can, that's a real harness. That's not like a replica, or if you decide to track the car, they're gonna look at it and say, this isn't a real harness, you can't track, it's not safe. And you never wanna drive a car without real seat belts. And there's a lot of replicas out there and a lot of companies that make fake seat belts. You don't wanna risk or put chance of your life and something happening in the hands of a fake seatbelt. Like, I see a lot of people buying these fake harnesses and they bolt it up, and then they assume that when, God forbid, something happens, that harness is gonna hold them. I've seen a lot of fake harnesses just rip right out because the stitching's weak, the type of material they use for the seatbelt's weak. Even the bracket that bolts to it is like very bendable metal. So I wouldn't trust my life to a fake harness. I've had one in the past, and I don't know what I was doing with that, and I got rid of it. Once I had seen how bad fake harnesses can just, put your life in danger. And it becomes one of those things where the risk outweighs the reward. You know what I mean? So that's that. Number 1 biggest thing that I love about my interior, you guessed it, is the seats. The seats changed my interior drastically. So, not many people know this, right? My favorite car, I have two very, very close. But if I had to choose one over the other, is a Porsche GT2 RS. I love the Porsche GT2 RS and the Porsche GT3 RS. Love those cars. So I kind of wanted to do my interior where it looks almost something like the interior of a Porsche. And that's why I went with the Recaro Sportster seats. The funny thing is I bought my driver's seat from someone secondhand, and that driver's seat was actually in a Porsche 911, which was cool. I was like, oh, I ended up getting actually a seat that was in a Porsche, so pretty ironic. Then I decided to take the back seats to MD Interiors out in New Jersey, shout out to Mark, and he reupholstered my back seats to match my front seats. So everything flows really well, and I'll show you guys a little bit, more thoroughly, like my thought process in doing everything to the interior. Now, there's a lot of other things that I've done to the interior, like I've done the roof black, I did the A-pillar, sprayed them black, I did, what else did I do? A bunch of other things, and I'll show you thoroughly, like the pedals, even the short shifter, but I consider the short shifter more part of the transmission because I don't see the short shifter. I don't have my center console open that I can see the short shifter. So yeah, I'll show you a little bit more thoroughly now so you guys can get an idea. All right, guys, so here's number 5, the steering wheel. The steering wheel is a Works bell, as you can see here. That is a Works bell steering wheel, quick release. And it is a Momo. So that's number 5. Okay, number 4. These are the harness bars, the B-pillar bars actually, forgive me, these are the B-pillar bars. And then this is the whole bar, wraps around there, comes back through. I'll show you guys from a little bit more of an outside view. All right, so that's number 4, the Beaks bar. Let me show you guys from another angle. Let's open up the trunk. Blocks. Blocks. That's the name of it, Blocks. Okay, let me show you guys number 3. Number 3 is the Type R center console. That thing looks really, really good. So here's number 4. Pro Enterprise. These have the pads sewed in. The seats. So here are the back seats. Recaro reupholstered in there. Alright guys, so that is my top 5 favorite parts of my interior. I've done a lot more. It's a big work in progress. I'm still not done. There are still a bunch of things that I need to do. I want to redo the steering wheel. All those silver trims down there on the center console, I actually want to have that done in carbon fiber, real carbon fiber, not wrapped. And a bunch of other little things that I still want to do. So I can't wait for show season to come out. It's just, oh man, I just can't wait. I can't wait. So if you have any questions about the interior and you guys want to know a little bit more, or you want to see a certain thing, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And that's really it. So I hope this video helps. It gives you guys some ideas on what you want to do. I didn't really mention the radio, like the Pioneer radio I have, or you know, what shifter or shift boot. The shift boot I get a lot of questions about. That shift boot is custom made by MD Interiors as well. So he's the one that did the door panels, he did the back seats, and he did so I'm trying to get used to this gimbal I'm using right now. And what else did he do? Door panels, shift boot, e-brake cover, and the back seats. So hit him up if you guys want to get work done. He does amazing work. He's backed up a lot, but his work shows why. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Like, subscribe, please. I need more subscribers. It definitely helps out the channel. Share with your friends. Stay positive, stay humble. We only have good days, even when it's freezing in here. Peace.